Hello, Sober Army. How are you? This is Craig Beck, aka the Stop Drinking Expert, and the author of Alcohol Lied to Me, a book that has helped hundreds of thousands of people to quit drinking, and I'd like to give it to you free. So if you're worried about your drinking, get off the fence and go on over to stopdrinkingexpert.com, where you can sign up for the webinar and download the book. So today in the Happy Sober podcast, I want to do three things. The first thing I want to do today is I want to insult you to your face. The second thing I want to do is I want to tell you a story that I call the billionaire genius. And the third thing I want to do is tell you about my new book. So which one do you want first? I know you want me to insult you first, but I'm gonna do the third thing first in case you go after I do the insult. So I want to tell you about my new book. It's called The Light Beyond. I'm not going to spend too long talking about it. If you're one of those kind of thinkers who spent most of their adult life thinking, what's the point? What is the point of this life? Why are we here? What happens when we die? Then maybe this book might have some answers for you. Go and find it on Amazon. It will be available as an audiobook soon. So that's number three. Let's do number one now. Let me insult you to your face. Are you ready? If you drink alcohol, you are stupid. Now, I'm not just in a bad mood. I didn't just wake up on the wrong side of the bed today. And I'm not comparing you to other people. I'm not saying you are less intelligent than other people. I am comparing you, the drinker, to you, the sober person. Because when you drink the attractively packaged poison, you got to pay a price. And the price is very steep. For that little bit of euphoria, that little bit of a buzz, you're going to pay a massive price. And you're going to pay on multiple levels. You're going to pay with your health. You're going to pay with your finances. You're going to pay with your relationships. You're going to pay with your career. And it goes on and on and on. And one of the other things you're going to pay with is your intelligence. Because alcohol robs you of your intelligence. It turns you into a more stupid version of you. So if you're chronically using alcohol, if you're drinking every day, or if you're binging every week, I'm telling you, you are currently operating, you are currently living your life running at 30% less than you're capable of. So what that means is, I don't care how successful you are. I don't care if you're a billionaire, a multimillionaire, if you've just got promoted, if you're the CEO of an S&P 500 company, if you've got a Lamborghini on the drive. I don't care about any of that. I'm telling you that what you have is 30% less than you're due. If you weren't drinking the poison, you would have 30% more of all of that stuff. Now, if you're thinking, well, Craig, that's very shallow, and you've just talked about having a spiritual book out, that's very shallow to talk about things in terms of money. It's not just money. Your relationship with your husband or your wife would be 30% better, minimum. Your career would be 30% better. Your health would be 30% better, and so on and so on. That's the minimum price you're paying. You know, if you keep on doing this, the price is going to get steeper and steeper and steeper. Alcohol steals your intelligence. It's a huge price to pay for that little bit of buzz that you get from the drug. And I know this myself because I've been there many times. And I'm telling you, I'm 50 years old. I have made hideous mistakes in my life. Terrible, terrible mistakes. Some of them I can look back and laugh at. Some of them I can look back and cry at. I've hurt people. I don't mean physically. I mean, mentally, emotionally, by making the wrong decision. Would I have made better decisions if I had 30% more brain power? Almost certainly. So, I can tell you a story about how stupid alcohol makes you. And this is my story of the billionaire genius, or the genius billionaire. It works both ways. Who is the billionaire genius? This guy. Now, I'm not a billionaire, but the evil clown told me I could be, and I listened. And this all happened a long time ago now. I was flying from London to JFK, New York, And I told myself I deserved a bit of a treat, a bit of an upgrade, because I'd had a tough couple of months, and I'd hit some targets at work, and things were going well at work despite my drinking. And so I upgraded myself from economy to business class. Now, I can tell you in hindsight, however many years later it is, that all of that stuff I told myself about why I was spending that money to upgrade myself, that was all a lie. Okay, it was a complete lie. The only reason I was upgrading myself from economy to business class was so I could drink continuously from the airport to landing at JFK. I would drink in the lounge, I would drink on the plane, and it was all going to be wonderful. That's why I did it. That's the honest reason. Well, by the time I got on the plane, I was drunk. I'd been drinking in the lounge for like 2 hours on my own. Yeah, sexy, I know. So I'd been on the whiskey, and I got on the plane. I got my free glass of champagne as I got on. And I was smiling. I was grinning. I looked like, I just won the lottery or something. I was so happy because I felt euphoric. I felt unstoppable. And I started to have all these crazy business ideas. And the evil clown started talking in my ear. And the more I drank, the more the evil clown talked. And it was telling me, this idea is fantastic. It's going to change the world, Craig. You're going to be a billionaire with this. So I got out my laptop and I started typing. And I typed out this business plan. And I mapped it all out, thousands and thousands of words. Little diagrams, little sketches of what I wanted to do and how it was all going to feed in and be this amazing success. And it was going to make anyone who touched the project extremely wealthy. Now, this was before Wi-Fi was kind of commonplace on planes. So thank God I didn't have the ability to email this business proposal to people in, top people in the field. Because as genius as I thought this idea was, I closed my laptop and dozed off or passed out. I can't remember which. But I woke up in New York, went through the immigration process, which is always awful, got to my hotel, fell asleep, woke up the next morning with a terrible hangover. But I consoled myself. I said, well, at least you've got that amazing business idea that's going to make you a billionaire, Craig. I can't remember what it was now, but it was definitely amazing. So I got out the laptop and I looked at the business plan that I'd crafted over like 6 hours on this flight. It was absolute gibberish. I don't think a single sentence made sense. It was honestly the ramblings of a madman. That's all I can say. If anyone had seen this business plan, they would have had me put into a mental facility immediately. It was absolute garbage. It was just, it was like I tried to write it in German backwards and I can't speak German. It was just crazy bad. And that's what alcohol does to you. That's the sort of situation you get yourself in with this drug that gets you into trouble, isn't it? Because you think you're clever. The evil clown tells you you're a genius. You're not. You're just a stupid version of yourself. Thank God there was no Wi-Fi available back then on the plane. Thank God I didn't have access to a telephone. Because in that moment, I would have called someone and said, I will tell you about this amazing idea. And I would have embarrassed myself. Don't get me wrong. I was already ashamed and embarrassed and humiliated. And that was me just judging myself. If I'd had industry peers and colleagues to judge me as well, oh my God, I'm not sure I would have survived. So anyway, the point of the Happy Sober podcast today was just to remind you that the clown doesn't play fair. It promises you the world. It gives you a tiny little nugget of the deal that it promised you. And then it takes 10 times what it told you the price would be. Not only does it take the price of the bottle of alcohol that you paid for, not only does it take the taxes that go with that, not only does it damage your relationship, it damages your career, your finances, your health, your self-worth, your mental health, your longevity, everything goes. So I hope you make today the day you decide not to become a billionaire.
Are you ready? If you're standing at a crossroads with your relationship with alcohol, considering the benefits of signing up to the Stop Drinking Expert's free Quit Drinking webinar could be the key to unlocking a new chapter in your life. Here's why participating in such a webinar can be a game changer. One of the primary reasons to sign up for our free Quit Drinking webinar is the wealth of knowledge you'll gain. Understanding the science behind alcohol addiction, the effects of alcohol on your body and mind, why AA doesn't work for most people, and why most people don't have to hit rock bottom to confirm a problem. The psychological aspects of dependency can be enlightening. This knowledge equips you with the tools to make informed decisions about your health. Our webinars delve into how alcohol affects different aspects of life, from sleep patterns to mental health, providing you with a comprehensive understanding that's essential for change. Every person's journey with alcohol is unique, which means blanket advice does not fit all. Craig Beck first cured his own alcohol problem before setting out to help others. He understands this drug better than anyone else on the planet. The webinar offers tailored strategies based on real-life success stories and scientific research. Whether you're looking to cut down, quit entirely, or understand how to manage cravings, you'll find practical, step-by-step guidance. This personalized approach helps set realistic goals, create effective coping strategies for social events, and deal with the psychological hurdles of quitting. One of the most challenging parts of changing your drinking habits can be feeling alone in the process. Our webinar provides a sense of community, connecting you with others who are on similar paths. Listening to others' experiences can normalize your own struggles and successes, reducing the isolation often felt in early sobriety. Moreover, the interactive webinar allows for questions, sharing, and receiving support from peers and experts alike, fostering a supportive environment crucial for long-term success. When you sign up, you're not just getting a lecture, you're gaining access to the leading expert in the field of addiction recovery. Craig Beck has helped hundreds of thousands of people just like you. In the webinar, he will offer insights into the latest research, debunk myths about drinking, and provide current and compassionate advice. His expertise can demystify the quitting process, clarifying what to expect and how to prepare for the path ahead. Quitting drinking can feel daunting, and maintaining motivation can be challenging. You might be terrified at even the thought of spending the rest of your life without a drink to fall back on. Don't worry, everyone feels this fear at the start. Craig knows how to deal with it and make it vanish into thin air. The webinar is designed to inspire and motivate. You'll hear about the transformative benefits of sobriety, from improved physical health to enhanced personal relationships and career prospects. Success stories from individuals who have reclaimed their lives from alcohol can be incredibly motivating, showing that a fulfilling life without alcohol is not just possible, but also rewarding. Lastly, the free webinar removes any financial barrier to seeking help. It's an opportunity to explore sobriety without the pressure of commitment. If you're unsure or just curious, it's a safe space to learn more about what sobriety could look like for you, without any obligation to move forward. Plus, you will even get a copy of the best-selling book, Alcohol Lied to Me, as a free gift just for attending. Signing up for our free Quit Drinking webinar at stopdrinkingexpert.com is more than just taking a class. It's embracing a chance to transform your life with the support, knowledge, and community you need to succeed. If you have been stressing about this for a while, they say the best time to have quit drinking was 10 years ago, the second best time is right now. Craig Beck is the world's #1 sobriety coach, so don't stress a moment longer, you are in very good hands.